Hi everybody, Jim Fleeler. Thanks for joining us today. We've had a couple of inquiries about our Enviro Solutions dilution control dispenser. This particular one is for ES72 and either 364 or 64H disinfectant. And we've had a couple of questions in saying, when I'm hooking it up to my water source, I'm not getting flow out of my low flow side or the trigger bottle side. So the answer's in the box, and I wanted to spend a couple of seconds and really just sort of review that to each and every one of you for a seamless operation and no customer disruption. So when you open the box, you've obviously got your padding and things. You also have your water inlet hose. You have your high flow discharge hose to fill auto scrubbers and wet mop buckets and things like that. You've got all of your wall charts that on one side is 364 and the other side is 64, and that can go on the wall depending on what it is. And then there's also your accessory package, and this is where you really need to look at, because this is where the problem or the potential problem lies. Okay, so when you look at this package, and I'll just sort of empty this out so you can see. Okay, there is a drip tray. You've got your screws and plugs and things to mount it on the wall. You've also got your keys in there for your lockable cabinets, but then you have two hoses. Okay, this one's traditional. This is the one that goes on the bottom of the low flow eductor to fill trigger bottles and open charge buckets. And then there's this little 1/4-inch tube that people are saying, I don't know what to do with this. Okay, so when you take it out of the box, you're going to notice that this is your low flow eductor here for trigger fill, and this is your high flow. This one's green and this one's beige. I'll actually remove the cover for you so you actually get a little closer look here, so you can see the green and the high flow here, the beige one. So this 1/4-inch tube, and this is where the solution is, right in the box at all times for you, is you just basically squeeze that up through, push that up through there. That's your 1/4-inch clear tube we're talking. Take the standard hose that's visual, and it's the same exact thing. It's just a push up as well. And that's all you got to do, right? And then this will flow every single time from day one, right? So and then this is your high flow one, so it just basically goes on and pushes up like that, and that's all you need to do, okay? So as far as your dispenser program goes and making sure complete operation and less employee disturbance and anxiety, and also no disruption to your customer, that's all you got to do. But as I'm here and I've got your attention, these are the eductors up close, right? These are air gaps you can see through. That's how you distinguish it, and they're mandatory in most provinces in Canada. In the US, you can actually use an E gap, which is the standard one with no gap here. But these are a serviceable part. We've had a lot of inquiries about my dispenser's running slow, or it isn't diluting properly, or whatever it may be. So what we've done at Charlotte, we've put together a video for you, which is available. We've put together a bulletin, a product bulletin on all of the procedures on how to clean it. But what you can see is some of you have hard water. Your screens at home, your faucets at home, things like that will actually clog your shower heads and things, and that's where you're seeing delimer. By the way, ES57 is an unbelievable descaler and delimer that we recommend you use. So you can see the small orifices. If you've got hard water, they'll clog easily. But when you look and you start to take this apart, and this is all there is to it, it's a very small hole. Right? So if you do have grains of hard water, that can clog relatively easy, right? There's also a secondary screen in the bottom that needs to be cleaned as well. But just soaking in delimer for a couple of hours, a little bit of brush agitation, and you are good and going, and your dispenser should be lasting you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years plus without question. Very similar, your furnace at home. You have to change the filter or it slows down and it doesn't run, and it doesn't produce cold air, it doesn't produce hot air as well. Your car filter, if you clog that and it's no longer allows the oxygen in to mix with the fuel to create the combustion, it just doesn't work. So it's not a defective part, it is a serviceable part. Read the bulletins, call your Charlotte rep, go on Charlotte Products website as well. We're here to help you. Just one way that we can help you make life a little bit easier and less interruption for yourself and our customer. Thanks for joining.